The truth about free military college and why it is not the real prize. You have heard it 100 times. Join the military, go to school for free. It is the recruiter's favorite line, the thing they wave around like a shiny key. And for most people, that sounds incredible because in America, student debt is a jail. Civilians borrows $40,000, $80,000, sometimes over $100,000 just to sit in classrooms. They graduate already behind, already chained, already drowning. So when somebody says, you can go to school for free if you join, it feels like winning the lottery. But here is the twist. Free tuition is not the real prize. It is good, it is valuable, but it is not the thing that changes your life. The real prize is hidden in the fine print, in the parts of the GI Bill and VA benefit that recruiters never break down. That is what I discovered. That is why I say free college is not the prize. It is just the wrapper. On this channel, I show you how 3 years can buy you a lifetime bag. Have you ever thought about what free actually means? Free tuition just means somebody else paid the school bill. But does free tuition put food on your table? Does free tuition pay your rent? Does free tuition cover gas, your electric bill, your groceries? No. Civilians know this too well. They can get scholarships, they can get grants, but if nobody covers living expenses, they still suffer. That is the trap of free college. It sounds big, but it does not solve your real life problems. That is why veterans who only use the tuition part of the GI Bill are missing the real power. They are looking at the front of the bus and ignoring the gold inside. When I used my GI Bill, tuition was covered. That is nice. That is a relief. But the game changer was not tuition. It was the BAH, the basic allowance for housing, that dropped into my bank account every single month just for being enrolled. That is the money nobody talks about enough. That is the money that changed your day-to-day life. For me, it was over $2,500 a month. That's free every month. That cover my rent, my utilities, my groceries, my gas. It freed me from the paycheck to paycheck trap. That is what made school a blessing, not a burden. Not the tuition, but the allowance. Because you can eat tuition. You can pay bills with a receipt that say zero balance, but you can live off $2,500 a month while stacking your job money, your savings, your investment. That is the hack. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why do most civilians who go to college still feel broke? It is because tuition is only one piece. The average student still needs to eat, still needs shelter, still needs transportation. That is why they take jobs at Starbucks or Uber just to survive while studying. They grind themselves into exhaustion for a degree that might not even pay off for years. That is what free college misses. It does not pay for life. The GI Bill does. That is why I call tuition the wrapper, not the prize. The real prize is in the housing allowance and the way you can stack it with everything else. Let me give you an example. Civilians go to college, borrow money, and live with $80,000 in debt. The monthly student loan bill, $600 to $800 for 10 years. Veterans go to college, get tuition covered, and collect $2,500 a month. Same classroom, same degree, but while civilians are bleeding money, veterans are stacking it. Which path would you choose? Would you rather start life owing $80,000 or start life with a steady deposit that covers your bills? That is the contrast nobody emphasizes. And it blows my mind that veterans still skip school, skip the GI Bill, and walk away broke. They leave money and education on the table at the same time. That is like throwing away 2 lottery tickets. Here is the craziest part. You don't even have to love school to win. You don't have to sit in a lecture hall with kids half your age and pretend to enjoy it. You can take online classes. You can choose programs that align with your life and your goals. You can structure your terms so you stay full-time and keep the allowance flowing. I worked full-time in IT while doing my degrees online. Every month, $2,500 came in. My $1,400 rent was covered. My utilities were covered. My groceries and gas were covered. And I even had leftover. That means my job paycheck was free. Extra, optional. Do you know what that feels like? To pay all your bills before your salary even lands. It feels like peace. It feels like power. It feels like you finally stop playing life on hard mode. So when recruiters tell you free college, they're underselling the truth. They are giving you the small headline and ignoring the full story. And maybe they don't even know. But here's the full story. The GI Bill is not just about education. It is about leverage. It is about getting paid to build credentials while your living expenses are handled. It is about stacking income instead of just surviving. That is the hack civilians don't get. They pay to sit in class. You get paid to sit in class. Who is really winning? Now, let's address another trap. A lot of veterans think, I will save the GI Bill for later. Later becomes never. Life gets busy. Family, bills, work. Suddenly, 10 years pass and the benefit expires. Do you know how many veterans I have met who never used the GI Bill? Too many, and they regret it. Meanwhile, the one who use it stack money, degrees, and experience all at the same time. They work out with leverage while everyone else work out with excuses. Don't wait. Don't let procrastination rob you of one of the only benefits in America that literally pays you to improve yourself. And here is another myth. Free college means you are set. Wrong. A degree is paper. Paper does not pay rent. What do you do with that degree? What you stack while earning it? That is what sets you. I didn't just get 2 master's degrees for fun. I got paid while I did it. I did not just get education. I got leverage. That is why I didn't live broke. The degrees help on the resume, sure, but the real blessing was the deposit that freed my paycheck to build wealth. That is what most people miss. They think the prize is the degree. The prize is the process. Have you ever wondered why some people leave the military and thrive while others live and struggle? It is not always about rank or MOS. It is about whether they learn the system. One guy walks away saying, at least I got free tuition, but he is still broke, still stressed, still scrambling. Another walks away saying, I got paid to go to school. I stack income, I build degrees, I build saving, and he is free. Same system, same benefit, different literacy. Which side do you want to be on? Let's talk about civilian again. They think veterans are crazy lucky because of free school, but they don't even know, they don't even realize the full game. They just see tuition and think that's the prize. Meanwhile, veterans who actually use the GI Bill laugh because the real prize is the breathing room the allowance gives. That is what allows you to think bigger. That is what allows you to plan. That is what allows you to avoid debt traps. Civilians pay $80,000 for a degree and hope it makes them more money. Veterans get paid $30,000 a year while getting the degree. It is not even a fair fight. It is like one person is climbing a mountain with a backpack full of rocks and the other has an escalator. So when people ask me if I recommend the GI Bill, I don't say yes, it is free school. I say yes because it is free leverage. That is the difference. Free school sounds nice. Free leverage changes your life. That is why I say free college is not the real prize. It is just the surface. The prize is deeper. The prize is the way it's stacked with everything else. Disability, VLO, civilian salary, all layered. That is how one contract becomes worth more than 6 figures for me. That is why I'm not broke. That is why I can sit here today and say the military was a cheat code if you know how to play it. Have you ever noticed how broke veterans talk about how the army didn't give them anything? And then you look closer and realize they never filed a claim, never used the GI Bill, never touched the VA loan. Meanwhile, veterans who did are living free. It is not luck. It is literacy. Don't let ignorance steal from you. Don't let procrastination steal from you. Don't let pride steal from you. The benefits are there. The only question is whether you will use them or not. So here's the truth. Free military college is not the real prize. It is good. It is useful. But the real prize is the system behind it. The tuition, the housing allowance, the stacking, the leverage, that is what changes lives. The degree is paper. The money is freedom. And freedom is priceless. Drop a comment if you have any question and I will answer them. Thank you for watching till the end. Peace. I'm gone.